Greetings everyone. This video is going to be another Source series video, and it is about who we are as Source.
Greetings. This infinite Source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
All right. Source is in and through everything. Nothing can exist outside of source energy. To explain source in the very largest picture is that you could consider source as intelligent, creative energy. And by being a creative, you can also create destruction. You can create anything. Source has the ability to create anything and everything. There is nothing that exists outside of source. This game, this secondary matrix that we are experiencing, is a dream state illusion where we have these avatars that we are playing the game with, and we are playing the game with you could say computer simulated non-character players. And I've gone through this before about what this game is and the benefits and rewards and why we came into and created this game to start with. We are what I would term the cells. Okay, source is everything. Outside of the matrix, there is what you would consider, I guess, a mother or a core of energy that all individual cells come from, and where all energy is dispersed from into the individual cells. All right. Just like your body in this game has many different organs and cells, there are many different designated purposes for various cells in Source. Source is playing with itself, experiencing all of its creative abilities, experiencing things that can only be experienced through creation. And this is one of the creations that we agreed and created and came into the game. Now, emotions only exist the way we know them in this game within this secondary matrix. You could say that Source and you yourself outside of this game, before you entered this game, were neutral. You had no positive feelings, no negative feelings. You were just creative, all right? Creative. You were a creative being. Well, I take that back. You weren't even a being because you were source, all right? We think of beings in this game as a being, but source is pure energy. Now, source can never be added to or taken away from. Where you might perceive adding to and taking away from is in the individual cells themselves. And if it's taken away from one cell, then it's increased in another cell. And if it's increased in another cell, it does not necessarily mean that it comes from another cell, but it comes from the core, the central core. Now, source players grow their energy, accumulate more energy from the core by experiencing, creating games and experiencing the various games that exist, including this one, which all exist within Source. Now, outside this game, Source has a collective ability to know everything that's going on within all of the games, within all of its individual cells or energies, or its energies, wherever those energies might be. All right. So outside this matrix game, you are all knowing. When we came into this game, our minds in this game, that our characters are unknowing of our past and where we came from and who we are and what it is that we are here for. And that was part of the game, to experience all the different characters on the world stage or theater, and to experience for all of Source. Now, the frequency planes and choices determine your experiences within the matrix. If you love your experience here, you will experience more of things that you would consider that you love. If you hate or despise the matrix or any character within the matrix, then you are at war with yourself, because everything is you. And your experience is based on how you see the world around you. Now, there are experiences and world happenings that every Source player will experience in a varying degree depending upon their frequency level and how much energy and thought they give to that particular thing. All right? It takes real effort to keep your mind from creating problems for you. Fear and worry are lower frequency vibrations. They bring your frequency level down, and they bring one or more of your frequency bodies down. When that happens, it can be a battle to get rid of the fear and worry and simply live and be happy. Being content, regardless of the circumstances going on around you, or the choices that you have made that have brought you to certain experiences, are contributing factors in how you experience this game. Choices. Choices where you're going to live. Choices whether you marry or not. Choices of people who you allow into your life and in relationships that you create within your life. All of these things go into the mix of your experience. What your job is, what country or city or state you live in, what you put your energies toward creating. You are still a creator here within this game, the same as you are outside of any and all matrices and games. You are a creator. Now, because we chose to make ourselves unaware to experience this second matrix in a way that we have never experienced any matrix in before, with emotions and frequency planes and these bodies and the experiences of the feelings and, you know, touch and taste and smell and sight, to see so many different things. I mean, look around you. Look at all there is to see, to feast your eyes on. This does not exist outside of this matrix game that you're experiencing right now. Yes, to some degree it exists in the primary matrix, but not like it does here. In the primary matrix, you don't have the feelings. the emotions that you experience within the secondary dream state matrix. Not the same way. The biggest thing is you have to realize that everything that you experience here is source. Source, you as source created this game. You as source set up the automated programming to create the scripts and to do cause and effect, choices and consequences. You created all of that. And now those who comprehend and have become awake to who they really are now know that it is a game. It's a game to be won. You see, there's no winning and losing in Source. Only in this game. All right. It may seem cold, but if you didn't have emotions and you simply observed and you simply did not get sucked in to following your feelings and your emotions and the endorphins and the different things that's going on within your avatar, you would be more like yourself outside this matrix. You see, we seem to care so much within this game illusion. Now, there is no right, there is no wrong. You can care or you cannot care. You win the game or you lose the game. It's all the same to Source, all right? Because nothing can ever be taken away from Source as a whole. Nothing can ever be taken away from Source. And you are part of Source. And you are in here for the experience and to hopefully experience victory. But the thing I'm trying to get through to you here is that it is all you. All right? It is all Source. Everything that you experience is you. Whatever is going on inside of you, the outside is mirroring it back or reflecting it. So if you are angry and bitter, well, that's the kind of world that you're going to experience, is an angry, bitter world. If you are happy and joyful and you can go with the flow and not get all bent out of shape, then that's the way the world will reflect back to you. We are all here by our own choice. All right? Choice to enter the game, to wager big, and to either increase our individual energies and test our skills to obtain victory for ourselves, to get more energy from Source Core, and to have more abilities, or to surrender it all back to Source, which is who and what you are. But you see, you can never not exist. Your cell can never not exist. But it may not hold much energy or any energy, but you don't cease to exist. We think of things very differently in this game when we use our avatars and our minds and the way we've been programmed, and we think of loss in a different way here than we would outside of this game. You could say that we are here to do a job, and that is to give all of Source, whether they're in here or not, to give all of Source an experience, a taste of everything and all the choices that are being made. And there's choices, you know, even in your own life you have made, in many, many lives that you have been repeating the same script, you have made choices, different choices, an abundance of choices, an abundance of experiences. And all of that has been experienced by Source outside of the game, for all of Source. It's amazing. You do not realize who you are or the power that you hold within your energies and your thoughts, and what you dwell on and what you choose within this game, and how it affects your experiences here and your experiences through all of Source, for all of Source to experience. It's a magnificent game. And we all created it. Look around you. It's an experience unlike any other. And you have it within your power to make it your best life yet. You can turn any obstacles into positives. And in some cases, you need obstacles to get you out of your rut, to push you to move forward, to get you moving again. There have been many things that have happened in my life that I could have considered them as obstacles, but they were things that propelled me forward, so I didn't get too comfortable, and so that I continued pursuing and pressing on and pressing forward. And I'm sure many of you can look and see where things that you thought maybe weren't so good actually were catalysts for pushing you on, pushing you forward, getting you moving, making positive changes. You absolutely can do this. You absolutely can do this and experience your best life yet. You are here by your choice. You maybe simply can't remember that you chose, but it is so. If you find the work that I've done in the Matrix and the information that I'm sharing to be of benefit to you, then it benefits you to say thank you with a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.